In this video, I'm going to be uncovering the 7 reasons why Whitby has been exploding. And the cool part about this video is I'm actually using a chat GPT where I just popped into there, what's the reasons why people are moving to Whitby? And this is kind of like what it shot back with, and it gave me the top 7 reasons why, and we're gonna get into it right after this. Hey, what's going on? It's Brad Gates and I am a local realtor here in the Whitby area, and this video will just uncover the top 7 reasons why people are moving to Whitby. And I'm using a chat GPT, which is artificial intelligence, and just figuring out what it shot back with, 7 reasons. So be sure to check it out, the video. Let me know what you think. If you have a chat GPT or this artificial intelligence stuff, maybe shoot back in the comments what the reasons they're giving you are, to see if it's any different. I help families from all over the world look to move to Whitby and absolutely love it. So if you're looking to move to Whitby from Toronto or China, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is call, text, email, send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you. And I'm here to make everything go so much easier. Be sure to like the video if you are enjoying it, and then subscribe to the channel. That way you're up to date with all the new videos that I do post. These videos just help uncover what it's actually like to eat, sleep, play, live, everything in the Greater Toronto area. And then this video, specifically Whitby, there is a playlist on that, so check it out, but there's a lot of videos. So be sure to check out the channel, and I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get into it right now. Our first reason in terms of why Whitby has been exploding, based on this chat GPT that I've been using, has to do with the proximity to Toronto. So Toronto is about 60 kilometers west of Whitby. So if you are looking to commute to Toronto from Whitby, 60 kilometers during traffic is maybe an hour, a little bit longer depending on where you're going in Toronto. I've gone to Toronto during the day and I've made it in 45 minutes. I've had other times where I've gone at night and it's taken me an hour and a half. Like, there's no way to predict the traffic. That's the 401 behind me, and it has been troublesome in the past, and I'm sure it's going to be troublesome in the future. In the winter, you have slippery roads, but then come the summer, you have construction. So there's always something preventing the natural flow of the 401 traffic. But at the same time, it's the city, province that's just been maintaining the roads, and they do their best on that, but it does become a little bit of an issue for that. So our first reason is done with proximity to Toronto. Our second reason that Whitby has been exploding over the last few years, based on this chat GPT that I used, has to do with the high quality of living that's here. So you'll have things like the soccer field, which is right behind me, along with the Iroquois Sportsplex, which is the big complex kind of right behind me there. And it's geared towards families. So they have like a ton of hockey rinks that are there, soccer field, baseball diamonds, swimming pools, like just tons of stuff to attract families and people from out of town to actually come here. They put on events. So it's like you'll have, last weekend, there was the food truck festival that was here. By the time I was done working and we were to come here, they were just shutting down, so we missed it, but we got to see all the food trucks that were there, and they did have like quite the selection. So you'll have just a high quality of living, you have good schools, you'll have friendly people. It's just overall people are just very welcoming. When I'm out walking Riley, who's my going to be 10-year-old golden retriever, people are just very friendly to stop and talk to. I guess it's not too much different from other places, but I guess it could be, and I've only ever lived in Brampton and then the Durham region, Oshawa, Whitby, so that's just kind of what I have to pull from, but people have been very friendly. I moved to Whitby from Oshawa in 2019, and it's going on 4 years. Wow, time goes quick, but we've really liked it. There's tons of stuff to do. That's Victoria Street, which is right behind me, which kind of runs south of the 401. And then if you continue going south, you'll hit Lake Ontario, which has tons of stuff down there as well. You have a little Whitby Shores, which is the residential section of the South Whitby, which attracts a lot of people as well because of just the, people are friendly, the good schools, and it's just a good place to live. So that kind of finishes off point number 2 based on the chat GPT, and let's jump on to point number 3. Our third reason in terms of why Whitby has been exploding over the last few years has to do with housing affordability versus Toronto. And when you look at Toronto as a whole, the houses in Toronto much more expensive than they are in Whitby. If you're going to focus it into certain areas, homes in Whitby may not be too much different than homes prices in Scarborough. But again, it depends on which parts of Scarborough, because if you looked at the beaches, for instance, a home here that would be at 1.2 could be at like 1.7 within the beaches of Scarborough. So housing affordability is on the list, and it's quite often on the list of videos that I do, just because housing is so affordable compared to other areas, especially considering different proximities to Toronto. So if you're looking at somewhere similar like Brampton, Mississauga, Oakville, Burlington, price points on the west is going to be a little bit higher. So Whitby, housing affordability, and that is our third point in terms of why Whitby has been exploding. I am walking through Whitby Shores, which is an area within Whitby. It's very desirable, very family friendly, and also it's great for people who are retired. I've noticed doing showings down here, a lot of the people that have been selling as of late have been retired, and it's kind of opening it up for the younger families that are moving here. And super hot day today. It's 25 degrees for I guess Canada. That's hot, depending on where you're watching from. It might not be as hot as what you're dealing with. Be sure to drop it in the comments if you are. If you're enjoying the video, please do like it. Let me know people are enjoying it. And let's just jump back into the video. Our fourth reason in terms of why Whitby has pretty much exploded over the last few years based on ChatGPT has to do with Whitby just being a natural beauty. So you have like marinas and docks. This is a public boat launch, so you can buy a ticket, launch your boat, go out for the day, come back, load it on the trailer. So if you are a fisher or you just like to go boating, it's an option. I just got into boating 2-3 years ago now, and everything on the boat is okay. Docking is hard. So if you're going to learn, just prepare yourself for that. When you're docking, it's a little bit difficult. I've never had to load into a trailer, so I don't know what that would be like. But you have like Ontario, you have the marina, you have conservation areas like Heber Downs and all of that kind of stuff, which is just things that you can do which just embrace Whitby and nature. And that's kind of attracts a lot of people for those that are into mountain biking and hiking and those types of things, swimming. You kind of got all of that. So that's kind of covers off that point. The fifth reason why Whitby has been exploding based on the ChatGPT has to do with it just being a growing community. And so when a community is growing, you will have it where developers come in and they buy plots of land and they'll make homes, or commercial properties or plazas such as this. You'll have condos. So those are all of the things that kind of help make Whitby what it is now. And the growth has just been phenomenal. If you take a look at what it was 10-15 years ago to what it is now, it would be night and day, just with the demographics that are here, or the stores, the types of homes, the average house price. These are all of the things that just have made Whitby explode. Our sixth reason in terms of why Whitby is exploding based on the ChatGPT that I've used has to do with employment opportunities. And so that's one thing where, from what I've noticed, if you're going to move to Whitby, yeah, you might get a job here, and the types of industries that are here would be manufacturing, healthcare, the school boards, different warehousing opportunities, especially with Amazon kind of coming in here. There's a lot of opportunities from outside of Whitby where it's kind of work from home. So anticipate something like that. Or if you do have a job that's downtown Toronto in the finance or something along those lines, do expect to have to commute. And that's kind of why I'm at the GO station right now, is because if you are moving here, odds are you're going to get employment in Toronto where you're going to need to use the GO train, or you're going to be work from home, or if you are part of the lucky few that gets a job within Whitby, then you will not have to worry about this, and you will just have a normal job kind of working in Whitby. The jobs here are coming because you are close to the 401, you're close to Toronto, so manufacturing and warehousing, that type of thing, Whitby is an option because it's still affordable. So that kind of covers off this point. Let's hop on to our next one. I figured I might as well stay here for our seventh one based on the ChatGPT because it has to do with transportation. So there are different options. So if you are looking to move to Whitby, you do have different options. So if you are having to commute, there are things where it could make your commute a little bit easier. Not perfect, but easier. So the first one has to do with the GO station, which is right behind me. The GO station to Union can get you in there in about 50 minutes. So that's not too bad, especially you can work a little bit before or after, or read, or do your YouTube inspirational stuff, or watch my videos. So that's one thing. You have the GO train. You do have the 401, which if you had to go Union Station, I use that as a benchmark so that you have a good estimate of time. With no traffic, you can be there in about an hour. But the problem is traffic, and it's very unpredictable. So if you are going in rush hour, it could be an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the day. You do have, depending on where you are working, the 407. So you have the, well, 412 could get you from the 401 to the 407, and then it's a toll road right down to Scarborough, Markham, that kind of thing, where you can, if you're working there, it's easy, but it's expensive. The 407, depending on where you're going, could cost you hundreds of dollars. I know when I was living in Oshawa at Simcoe and Taunton, and I would work by Sherway Gardens, I would be taking the 407, and it was around $500 to $600. And this is going back maybe like 8 years ago when I did this commute. So I'm sure the price points have gone up, because I've seen the price per kilometer on the 407, and it seems like it's gone up quite a bit. But again, those are just the different options. If you are moving to Whitby and you're having to commute, you do have options. So just a quick recap. You have the GO station, you have the 401, 407. There are buses that could get you to Union, but again, the bus, you might as well just drive if you can, because the bus would just be almost as bad in terms of traffic. And then you also have the Durham Region Transit, the DRT, which can get you around locally. Well, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like it, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, any interaction I can get on the videos helps put my videos in front of other people. So I deeply appreciate that. I've helped so many people just like you move to Whitby, Oshawa, Ajax, Pickering, Bowmanville, and I absolutely love it. So if you're looking for that help, all you have to do is call, text, email. You can send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you. And I'm really here to make the move and relocation go so much easier. Be sure to check on the other videos that are on my channel that you can help just familiarize yourself a little bit more with Whitby or the Durham region to see if it's a fit for you. It's not for everybody, but people who do come here, they tend to like it. So I know I did. But again, thanks for watching, and until next time.